Hi, thank you so much for your support. I hope you find this transaction management system helpful in handling and managing your transactions. A quick note, this is a non-refundable digital product, and any unauthorized distribution, reproduction, or sharing of this template is strictly prohibited. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email. And Wow. Once you have duplicated a copy of the system inside your workspace, this is how it will look like. It's blank for now since we don't have any transaction. And for the sake of our walkthrough, I've already went ahead and added a few transactions. So here you can update the cover photo and you can also change your icon to emoji or your logo. So here, let's say this one. And you can also update the title of your system. You can change it to your company name or whichever you prefer. We also have here a motivational quote. You can always update this. Now let me give you a tour of our system. Let's go on the left side first. On the top, we have the create new task button. Next, we have the task status. We have the date today, the progress bar, and the task done over all the tasks due today and overdue tasks. Next, we have a few buttons. We have one for the homepage and one for each transaction. Next, we also have the navigation or the databases. Each of these are databases. And now on the left side, first, we have the task alerts. For the task alerts, we have four tabs. First is the overdue and due today. These are the tasks that are due today and have been overdue. So we have the checkbox to mark it done once we've already completed the task. We have the name of the task. We have the agent, the transaction name, and when it's due. We also have a color coding, blue if it's due today, and red if it's been overdue. You can also notice there is a purple one. Purple one means it's an admin task, and yellow means it's a personal task. Next to the incoming task tab, these are the tasks that are incoming for the week. So we have another color scheme. Green are for the tasks that are due within the next 3 days, and blue are for the next 3 to 7 days. And the no due dates tab, these are the tasks without due dates. And the completed tasks tab, these are the tasks that have already been done and completed. Let's move forward for the closings for the month. We have three tabs here. First is the closings. These are all the closings that we have scheduled for the current month. So here we have the transaction name, the agent for the transaction, the type of the transaction, the status of the transaction, the day of closing, the purchase price, and the progress bar. So here we have another color scheme. For red, like this one, it means it's already been closed and funded. For orange, it means it will be closing in the next 3 days. And for white, it will be scheduled to close in the next 3 to 6 days, while green are scheduled to close in the next 7 or more days. Now, for the under contract, these are the under contract files that we have no matter the date of the closing. We have the transaction name, the day of the closing, the commission, the agent, and the type of transaction. And the last tab will be a closings calendar tab. Here, you can visualize what day the closings will happen. Now, let's go to under contract transactions. We have about 8 tabs for this one. So, first is status. These are the current files that we have, and it's grouped by the status. First is the option period and financing. If it's still under the option period and financing period, once that's passed, we will move it to the under contract while waiting for clear to close. Once we receive the clear to close, we can move the file to the clear to close status. So here we have the transaction name, how many days before closing, the property address, the date of closing, the progress bar, and the type of transaction. Next tab are the current tabs. These are the current files that we have, no matter they are under contract or still listed or actively looking for a property. So for the option period tab, it is a calendar view to visualize when the option period will end. For the expiring tab, it's also a calendar view for when a buyer or listing agreement will end. We also have a closed tab. These are the transactions that have closed, while active listings are the property that are currently listed but have not been under contract. Same for the active buyers. These are the buyers that have a buyer agreement but still not under contract. We also have the table tab for all the transactions that we currently have. So red are for those that are closed and funded. Purple are for those under contract. Green are for clear to close. Blue are for those under option period and financing period. And yellow are for those that are currently in the offer period for buyer and actively listed. If it's orange, it means that buyer has signed but hasn't prepared any offer yet, or a listing agreement has been signed but the property is not active in the market yet. Now, let's check all the databases that we have. We have eight. So first is the all transactions. This is the database for all our transactions. It's grouped to five, all for all the files that we have for listings, for purchase, for landlords, and for tenants. You can also notice here that we have one for each. It will be the same. It's just grouped for one particular type of transaction, like purchase, listings, and leases. So for each transaction, we also have four tabs, one for all. It's a table view. This one is a status view, under contract, properties that are under contract, or files that are under contract, and list is a more compact view. Whichever you prefer, it will be okay. And now for the master task list, here are all our tasks live. So first we have the create task button. It's the same button from the homepage. And we have three groups. First are for the admin tasks, those tasks that are related to your business. For personal tasks, those that are not related to your business or any transaction. And transaction related tasks. These are tasks that are related to the transactions that you have. First, we have the transactions tab. These are tasks that are grouped per transaction. As you can see here, here we have the transaction name, and below that are all the tasks that you have for the transaction. And now for the table view, it's the same, but it's in table view. We have the task, when it's due, the date, notes, the agent, and the related transaction. And the others, these are the tasks that are not either transaction related, personal tasks, or admin tasks. Now for admin and personal tasks, they only have like one tab. It's in table view for easier navigation. Now let's try creating a new task. Let's say weekly check-in with Gloria Pritchett, and the due date is on Thursday. The task is an admin task since it's business related, and we can just leave related transaction aid and agent blank and exit. You can see it here. Now let's add a personal task. Due date is on Monday and task is personal. We can leave the related transaction and agent blank again and exit. You can see it here. Once the tasks are done, once you've completed the task, just check the marks. Okay. And here, if you want to delete a task, you can see here when you hover over a task, we have two check boxes. You just check the one on the left and click the delete button. Same with the personal task and the transaction related task. And now let's check the client's database. Here you can store and manage all your client contact details like buyers, sellers, investors, or some clients that you have worked with. So first we have the client button and the client table. Next is the agent database. Here you can store and manage all your partner agents or the agents that you have worked with. First, we have the Add Agent button and the Agent database. We have two tabs, one for table, a more compact and simple view, and we have the gallery. So let's add an example. And for photos, you can just upload a file or add a link. After uploading a photo, we won't be adding information from active deals to total NCI. It will be automatically calculated once a transaction has been connected to the agent. And next is the preferred partners database. Here is where you store and manage all of your preferred partners or vendors like lenders, escrow officers, inspectors, virtual assistant, and etc. Here it's the same with the agents database. We have a button to add a partner and we have the database, one for table view and one for gallery view. And lastly, we have the email templates database. We have one for buyer and one for seller. Let's check the buyer first. These are just example templates. You can use it or you can create your own. We have the subject and we have the body. Now let's add some transactions, one for listing and one for purchase. So listing first. First, you need to update the name of the transaction. And then next, fill out the details and add the task list. For the agents, you can just choose which agent you are currently working with. These are based on the agents that are currently listed on your agent's database. The transaction type, the status, the property address, the complete address. So the clients are limited to only two-person, but if you have more than two, you can just add it on the notes section. Now for the agreement ends, this is when the buyer or the listing agreement ends. The listing price, how much it is listed for. Contract execution is when the contract has been executed. The EMD and the OP due, the EMD and the OP due is when the earnest money deposit and the option fee will be due. Usually it is 3 days from the execution date. Option period ends the date when the option period will end. And the financing period, how many days does the buyer need to get approved for the mortgage? And the closing day. Lease ends, this will be used for lease transactions. Contract price is the purchase price in the contract. Commission, this is in percentage, but if you have a flat fee, just input it in the bonus section. The GCI and NCI will be automatically calculated. And for the fees, these are the total of all the fees that will be deducted to your gross commission. For the title info, you can input here the title company, address, officer, email, and phone number. And same with the loan officer. Notes is for any notes that you have for the file. Say, for example, if there's a non realty item, if there's a seller concession, if there's a bonus to selling agent, etc., etc. And now we have two buttons, one for pre-listing checklist if it's in the pre-listing status. And next is once it's under contract, we can add the under contract checklist. Since this is just a pre-listing,
Just click the pre-listing button.
once a task has been populated, next is to add a due date for each task. And once you've added the due dates, you can click anywhere to save. Now let's add a purchase transaction. The process is the same. Add the title, fill out the details, and add the checklist. Since our example file is already under contract and we've inputted the dates here, the dates will automatically be populated. These are just suggestions. You can always edit this.
Please don't forget to add dates on the blank due dates.
A quick tip, if you have online drive for your files, you can add the link here. And lastly, please don't forget to check my coffee shop to check some other templates that are available. And in case you need a template and it's not here, just shoot me an email and we can work it out. Thank you and bye.